So I was just in church, and the song leader in our church talked about the day that she got saved. And boy, did that hit me. She talked about how somebody who was a Christian came up and talked to her, and her first response was to cross her arms and give a smug look and pretty much just shut the person out, and the person walked away. And then another person who was a Christian walked up and talked to her, and she said that that second person was a little more gentle with how they, brought the gospel to her. And she said she gave that person the same kind of a smug look and crossed her arms. And the thing that second person didn't do is that second person didn't leave. They waited, and they let her go through those angry or annoyed emotions, and then waited till the Spirit hit her. And as a person who has been on both sides of this, that hit really deep, because a lot of people have offered the gospel. A lot of people have said that they were there for me, and at times they were. And I have offered the gospel many times to people, and I have been there for people many times, but I've also been the person who gave the gospel, and then when they didn't want to listen, I walked away. And I've had a lot of people who, when I said I didn't want to hear it, they walked away. There were very few people, not that those other people were wrong, but the people that stayed with me and let me go through my emotions but didn't leave, those were the people that really hit home with me. And I think about how I don't think I'd be here if it weren't for those people that let me be angry, let me be dismissive. I'm not saying I shouldn't have, but they let me. But they stayed, and they waited, and they let Jesus Christ hit me in the heart. And for some of these people, there's one friend who stuck around, even though he hardcore disagreed with a lot of my decisions, but he stuck around, and he loved me and respected me and was a friend, even when at times I didn't feel like I had any friends. And there was another friend that was here and prayed for me and loved me. And the benefits, the blessings from her friendship, they have changed my life. And there were others who have prayed for me and have been there, whether they've been physically there or not. They have continued to pray and continued to care and continued to follow God. And I don't know where I'd be without those people. I don't know where I'd be without the people who planted the seed and then went and did other things too. I've made a lot of choices, and I always believed, and I wanted to believe, and I still do want to believe, that in all of these choices that I made the right, or at least tried to make the right decisions, no matter how easy or hard they were. And this life has been such a journey. I've learned so much. I've gained so much. I've lost so much. I have learned from lessons of losing people, and I've learned from, moving around and from making hard decisions and trying to make easy decisions, and so much. I've learned so much through every one of these situations. And I just want to say that if you don't have a community, whether it's a community of close friends or people that you can talk to, or people that are willing to pray with you or pray for you, or willing to be there even when it's not easy to be there for someone, especially someone who doesn't have a lot of that in their life. If you don't feel like you have that, I suggest that you go find it. Go look for that. I know it's not always easy. I spent a lot of time looking for a community, and I found some, and I've lost some, and in all of the situations, even when I didn't know it, God was really working and really guiding me. Not that I've made all the right decisions, but I'm so thankful for all those different people. I'm thankful for the people who are not a part of my life anymore, but because they needed to be. I'm thankful for the people who prayed for me and maybe lost touch, but still did pray. And for the people who let me go through my anger and let me, do what I need to do, but stayed there. I'm so thankful for them. There's one friend who I said earlier that he let me tell him that I'm not a Christian a couple years ago, and he didn't like that. He prayed for me, but he never left. He never stopped being my friend. And we joke around. I call him names. He calls me names. But he's one of the best friends I've ever had. And I'm so thankful for him. It's hard to think that my life is going the way it's going right now. And I wouldn't be here without all of those people and without God directing so much of my life, everything in my life. So I want to say that if you haven't looked into what Jesus Christ can do for your life and how he can guide things even when you think he's not there, please just give it a chance. Give him a chance. It'll never, ever be a bad decision. And to those friends who stuck around even when I didn't want it, and even when I thought that they weren't friends, and even when I was fighting everything hardcore, thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. I thank my Jesus Christ, my God, for all of you.